2RAW.
What's up, YouTube? This is 2RAW4TV, aka Darth Apocalypse. And, I knew it would come to this eventually. I knew it would come to a head as far as Clutch trying to erase and get rid of um, anybody who isn't sucking from the latit of LeBron James and Clutch. I mean, it's incredible to me when you have an entire network devoted to worshiping your guy. When you have 90% of the mainstream sports media worshiping at the feet of your guy. When you have the NBA still essentially heavily invested in your guy, even though he's 41 years old, and selfishly will not step aside and let other people get the shine, right? Now, he made some stupid analogy the other day talking about, oh, well, nobody ever asked the Rolling Stones to retire. No one ever asked Mick Jagger to retire. I think the better analogy would be, Mick Jagger didn't conspire with, you know, Bruce Springsteen and Neil Diamond to form a supergroup. You know what I'm saying? He didn't conspire with, Billy Joel and Elton John to form a big three and fucking rock and roll or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Plus, you can't compare a musician's career with athletics. That's the problem. You guys forget that fans are fans of that band. Fans are supposed to be fans of teams, of organizations, and have favorite players. But you guys have individualized sports so much with your narcissism, and, in your own personal agendas. I think that gets forgotten, right? So anyway, let me get to the meat of the coconut here. So Rich Paul on his podcast Game Over with that sellout Max Kellerman started bitching about content creators who don't worship at the feet of LeBron. He talks about how there must be something going on in the algorithm on social media as far as people who talk about LeBron. They must do it for profit, he says. They're doing it for financial reasons, apparently.
I think it's somewhere in the algorithm, somebody said, hey, if you speak negatively about LeBron, people are going to pay attention to you. Mm-hmm. I think that somewhere is in the manual of social media somewhere for people. But criticism or critique is always welcome. But there's another level. But in addition to that, I also think
You could tell that we've gotten under this guy's skin. Me personally, I think when I called him off for being an idiot for saying that goats have antlers, I think that really got under his skin. That's just a theory of mine. But quite the contrary, actually. that the social media generally only rewards those who kiss LeBron's ass. Because if you look at the channels of people who do nothing but kiss his butt, despite the fact that most of them are grifters who don't even really follow the sport, because you could tell, because outside of talking about LeBron James, they really don't have much to offer as far as basketball conversation. Now, not all of them, but a lot of them now, and the new ones, the vast majority of them, they don't know what they're talking about. You can tell they don't know a damn thing about basketball, other than whatever they know about LeBron. And they have way more subscribers than I do, and most of them have more subscribers than Dreamerspro. And we've been on here grinding for years. And the impression I get is I'm like that Bugs Bunny cartoon when Bugs is trying to get over the finish line and all those turtles are lined together pushing me back while they carry LeBron or whoever, all these other LeBron lovers to the finish line. That's how I feel. But my thing too is, why does it bother you when you got so many people in your pocket? As far as kissing, is it because you realize that the love that you have manufactured for LeBron is not real? And you still consistently see so many people flocking to our channels despite everything that you've done to try to minimize our existence on social media? Whether it's me or, like I said, Dreamers Pro or Sports and Fitness Rants or or if it's on X, Apex Jones, or if it's The Truth or Franchise Sports, or my brother Basketball Reloaded, who's now on Rumble. Y'all have done everything y'all could to try to erase us, but we're still here. The better question for you guys should be this: why do we, despite the fact that y'all did everything you could to try to minimize us, why are there so many people seeking out our videos? Why do we have hundreds of comments on our videos? Why do we get thousands of views despite everything? Because you all know, they know, if they didn't fuck with us and they didn't hide our videos, you know how many times people tell me, "Hey, Drew, I didn't know you did a video this week." And y'all see how much content I put out every day. I took a day off yesterday for like the first time in 90 days. But y'all see how much content I put out. What, 6 to 9 videos usually? Today I'm even more active than that. So if you see my videos once a week, how much suppression is that telling you YouTube's doing for us? Doing to us? I've had people that tell me that they've been unsubscribed from my channel by YouTube. Could you imagine if YouTube wasn't doing all that crap with the types of views we get? If my videos actually got sent to my subscribers instead of them actively looking for my channel? And why do they expect? Look, man, nobody is universally loved. They just aren't. I don't know what type of personality flaw this guy got, but even Jesus is not universally loved. I mean, it's just incredible, man. And anyway, if you don't talk about somebody in the NBA that get hates on most of the time, I'm gonna tell you somebody who gets hate on more than anybody. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Do you see how many people hate on this dude needlessly? I'm gonna tell you another guy gets hated on a lot, although he's kind of recovered. Russell Westbrook. He don't go to social media whining and complain about it all the goddamn time through proxies. This dude is so sensitive that he has proxies making a case for him being a ghost, calling him the GOAT. How insecure can you be? It's always about him. Why don't Rich Paul get on that podcast right now and talk about the plight of Jaylen Brown this past season? I mean, I know you're an agent and that's not who you represent, but shit, you pretend to be a general manager all the damn time. You pretend to be an analyst. Talk about what Jaylen Brown's been through. Talk about that. No, because it ain't got nothing to do with your guy. Because it's always about him. Talk about the toughness it took for Joel Embiid to go out there and play basketball with all the physicality involved, running up and down the court. 17 days after being opened up to take out his bad appendix. They just annoy the hell out of me, man. This guy is a billionaire. This guy has made it in life. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And all he does is cry and whine and mope and complain all the damn time, man. It's so sickening. Oh, everybody guys talking about me on social media. Oh, they love me. Why are these guys speaking negative? Why do you care, bro? We're not going to like you, and we don't have to like you. That's the beauty of this thing. There are channels out there, there are people who don't like Michael Jordan. Guess what? I could give two shits. Do you think Michael Jordan give a fuck? No, he doesn't. If Kobe Bryant was here today, and you ask him about, hey Kobe, what do you think about these content creators who are talking about you on social media? Kobe probably like, what do I care, man? Why you ask me this? Like, I'm out here doing what I'm doing, enjoying my family, I'm into, doing great things for this year, man. Why you even tell me about this stuff? I don't care about what these idiots tell about me on social media. I didn't care about ESPN, I didn't care about these idiots. And we kept it pushing. This dude cares, bro, because at the end of the day, he knows that there's truth to what we're talking about. He knows it. That's why it bothers him.